What has been your favourite hairstyle dye job that you have had? Definitely the pink. The pink fringe with the hot pink down the sides and the baby pink. And the rest of it longer black. I love that. Definitely love that. Is there a time you've ever thought of getting rid of all your mods? Quite frankly, I'm fucked if I ever want to get rid of all my mods. Tattoo removal would be expensive, painful, extensive, and would leave me with huge scars. So no, I never really thought about getting rid of them, but I have looked at other women, you know, and gone, God, she looks really good, she's got no tattoos. I wonder what I would look like with no tattoos. But I've never actually wanted to get rid of anything. Is there any advice that you can give someone who is just starting out to become a makeup artist? Yeah, practice, get inspired, harness your inspiration, try as much as you can to, you know, be the best that you can. Copy looks, blend. That is definitely a key. If you're passionate about it, you don't necessarily have to go to makeup school. If you are good at it, you especially don't need to go to makeup school. You don't need to use the most expensive brands. You just need to have a good primer so that your colours can pop. And basically just be a madman with your passion and practice on other people, practice on yourself, be daring, you know, wear looks that, you know, other people might not necessarily wear, try out new things all the time, copy looks from other people, don't copy their picture and try and say it's yours, however, but, you know, ask people, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? Maybe buy a book on makeup. Ray Morris is a fantastic makeup artist. Her book is a superb book to own, I promise you now. What other interests do you have other than hair, makeup and your body mods? Fitness, Angelina Jolie. Fitness. Angelina Jolie. Yeah. What do you think of Lady Gaga? Love her? Hate her? Lady Gaga, interesting. Don't hate her. Do like her a lot. She fascinates me. She's not a pretty woman, but then she can be, but she's very odd looking, but she's amazing, but yeah. What colours do you find yourself most drawn to? Like when shopping for clothes or coming up with makeup looks. Anything bright, anything colourful, blues, greens, purples, oranges, yellows, pinks, pretty much the whole colour spectrum. When I'm shopping for clothes, however, I do tend to stick to the darker colours and the blacks and things. I'm a bit of a rock chick girl anyway, so yeah. But I do try and add a bit of pop of colour here and there. Bootcamp. I know you did a video on this briefly, but I'd like to know more about it. The pics you post on Facebook look so fun. What's the routines like? What exercises do you do? We basically train outdoors. We do squats, lunges, press-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks. No, star jumps. Punishment. That is your punishment, star jumps. Cardio, interval training, sprints. It pretty much can be, I mean, a typical, let's put it this way, you can either do a static workout where you basically have something to, you know, like an added weight like kettlebells or weight bags, you know, like bags with sand in them, but obviously the beginners have the light bags, the intermediates the heavier, and the heaviest go to the advanced. And you basically stay in one place and you do different workouts. You do squats, you do things for your shoulders, your arms, then you'll go down on the ground, you'll do ab workouts, you'll do press-ups, you'll do lunges, you know, that sort of thing. Or you can do like a cardio workout, I think it was Tuesday I did, we did cardio, and I swear to God, it was torrential rain. So we trained through the rain, we trained through everything, you know. It doesn't matter. What they say is, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So yeah, we basically, it doesn't matter the weather, you go out and you train. And we did a long run around to the hills, and then we were basically like sprinting up, jogging down, sprinting up, jogging down, and while you were waiting, you were doing relays in pairs. So while you were waiting for your other pair to go up and then come down, you were doing things like squats or lunges or sit-ups or press-ups, you know, something to keep your body moving and working and to keep your heart rate up. More sprint work, more sort of training, and then obviously you have a long run back, you have your cool down, your stretching. It basically is this 10-minute warm-up, 40-minute workout, 10-minute cool down. Simple as. Do you want kids later on in life? Yes, I do. I'm very broody. All my clients are bringing in their babies. They're gorgeous little kids at the minute. Or they're pregnant. Yeah. How different was the UK for you after living in South Africa? The UK is very different. It still is. Sometimes I can't believe that people can lock up the shops that they have and there's no burglar bars on. There's alarm systems, but there's no burglar bars. There's no, you know, like guard with a gun and things like that. It's a very clean country. The weather sucks. It was very different, but I still like the country, and I still miss home. Do you ever plan on getting married or having a family? Yes, I do want a family, and I was always like, no, I never want to get married. I don't want to be the centre of attention. I hate that's like, oh, it's all about the bride, and the day's about the bride, and, you know, it's the bride's day, and the bride, the dress, and the tiara, and the veil, and the cake, and I'm like, you do know you're fucking marrying a guy, right? You do know you got a groom. The poor guy is also involved in this. So I was always just like, nah, I don't want to get married. It's just too self-centered, you know, being a bride. But maybe, as I'm getting older, definitely maybe. Where would you say is a good place to get a tattoo done? And which places wouldn't you recommend me getting them done, as I want one for my 16th? Well, I don't have a name next to this question, but whoever you are, if you're 15 and you want to get a tattoo for your 16th birthday, A, you're stupid. B, you're going to get into major trouble if your parents find out and they didn't want you to get one done. C, anywhere that tattoos you, knowing that you're underage, either doesn't give a fuck, just wants your money, or is probably a pedophile who just wants to touch a young kid. And C, D, F, E, G, X, Y, Z, I don't know. If you deceive a tattoo artist by saying that you're 18 and producing fake ID and really you're not, you're 15, 16, 17, you put their life, you put their career, you put their family and their business, everything at risk. Because if your parents find out and sue them, they can go to jail, they can lose their license, they can have their shop shut. A lot of shit can go down and it would be your fault. So I'm not going to tell you a good place to get a tattoo done. I am not going to recommend anywhere. I'm not even going to tell you where is not good to get a tattoo, because you are not of age yet, unfortunately, my child. So get to the age of 18, become legal, and then make that informed decision by yourself. What are your thoughts on parents having their babies' ears pierced? Personally, I think it sucks. You shouldn't do it. It's child molestation to pierce a child under the age of 16 because you're basically violating their human rights. If you are a parent who is like my mother, who cares very much for the child but still thinks it's okay to have pierced their ears at the age of 1, like I had mine done. You never know what your child's going to do in the future. You never know what's going to happen in the future. I stretch my ears. My ears were pierced with a gun, alright, with a piercing gun thing, and they were pierced, one was pierced slightly lower than the other, so they were pierced unevenly. Now I'm stretching my ears and I'm finding that my one earlobe is thinner than the other one, so even though they're the same size, I might get to a certain point where I can't actually stretch my ears anymore. So yeah, I don't think it's a good thing. I hate it personally. I think it looks horrible, it's unhygienic, and poor kid, it's just awful. Have you ever been recognised while you were out and about? No. Well, at least if I have been, nobody's actually come up to me and said, "Hey, you're a beautiful freak off YouTube, you know, I watch your videos," or "Hey, I've seen your makeup," or "Hey, I know you, you know, but you don't know me." Nobody's ever done that. And if you do see me out and about, and if you do know me from the internet, from YouTube, just come up and say hi, you know. Like, I might be walking around town and I'm like this, and I've got my phone and I'm like that, and I'm focused, I'm like a woman on a mission. But yeah, come up and say hi, come up and go, "Hey, I watch your videos, I like them, I hate them, I like you, I hate you," whatever. Just, just say hey. How long have you been a modified person? Since I was 1 year old. Right, so I have done like over 45 minutes of filming. I have answered so many questions. There is still quite a lot that I haven't answered. I've got like a good page and a half that I haven't answered. A lot of it's repeated stuff, and I have to say that I'm not gonna answer it. So yeah, I was just looking there. So I'm gonna break this video up. I am gonna break this video up into parts, okay? So it's like part 1, part 2, part 3. I'm gonna do 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes per video, just so that you guys don't get tired of like fucking hell, 45 minutes video. I don't even know if I can upload 45 minutes anyway, it would take forever. So I'm not going to edit this, I am literally just going to cut it at 10 minutes. And that is that, so what you see is what you see, basically. So yes, thank you very much for asking all the questions. I did not expect to get that many, and I hope I answered, and I hope you enjoyed my answers. I hope that it was insightful and fun to watch, and